Hey everybody, Rob Alwin here. Welcome to our weekly LifeWise Locker Room call. Man, I'm super pumped as always to be able to share with you some thoughts. Looking forward to seeing who the first person in the locker room is tonight. All right. Drum roll, please. Mr. Tim Gauthier. What's going on, Tim? How you doing, brother? I know we got some Utah. There's brother Mark. Mark Kelly, what's going on from Florida? There's my sweet bride, Ronnie, from Greg and Sylvia's living room. D. Lynn Jackson, what's going on? Jeanette and Mike, how are you? Linda Kelly, what's going on? Mike Bell. Mike on fire, Bell. Good to have you, bro. There's Sylvia. Hey, you fed us well tonight. That was a incredible meal. Melinda, what's going on, sister? Jim Pond, what's going on? Amber, how are you doing? Jerry, welcome. Our LifeWise family, this is great. So great spending time with y'all. Hey, Keith, what's going on? Brother Van, welcome. So glad to have you. Lemon Maisie, what's going on? Diane, how are you, sweetheart? Annette Johnson Labret, what's going on? Joni Norquay, I know it, Canada. Big cousin Mike Alwin, how you doing, cuz? This is great. We're doing great. Hit that share button. There's my son, Josh. What is going on, son? Thanks for holding down the fort in Arkansas for us. We'll be back shortly, brother. Sherry, welcome. Karen, welcome. Glad to have you. Shauna, what's going on? Shauna from Ohio. And Joe Pappy Mac, the funnest name in LifeWise. Oh, my goodness. Hey, we got 30 seconds, and we're going to get this going. Hit that share button. What's up, Charles? All right. So, folks, man, you know how much we love celebrating and edifying and loving up on people. So tonight, folks, man, these Top Guns are raging. I mean, they are off to the races. Our Top Guns tonight, man, all 5 positions filled and several others that were contenders. But as you know, it's against the law to pay any kind of money for recruiting. So you are being paid, of course, for your new people's orders. And we tally those up. We take the 5 top includers, the people that bring in the new folks that place orders. And there was a lot of you that did that. But these are the top 5 in the entire company. In the number 5 position, Mike Bell. Well done, brother. You are indeed on fire. Proud of you. Love connecting with you, your team, your prospects. Number 4. Neil Belleville, every single week. Man, Neil, you are incredible, brother. Thank you for blessing us and bringing in some of these most beautiful people ever. They're definitely LifeWise folks. Number 3, my partner, Tracy Gibbs ain't playing. Tracy and Michelle. Oh, by the way, they are off enjoying their anniversary, and so they will be gone. We will have a fill-in for tomorrow night and next week, and then they come back, so we'll probably catch them later in the week. But they are off enjoying their 10-year anniversary, and so we congratulate them. He made sure that he just crushed this before they got out of town. Congratulations, Tracy and Michelle. And then number 2, Jen Welch. Jen, it was a pleasure spending time with you on the phone. I see you are not playing. Thank you so much for deciding to be with LifeWise. You know, someone with your experience and ability and background, you would be a blessing no matter where you go. So it really means a lot to us that you've joined us and are including your friends and family. So great job, Jen. We really do appreciate you. Number 1, he has been a Top Gun. He's like Neil, man, just banging every week. Alan Beal, number 1 top includer in the entire world of LifeWise. You 5 folks, man, great job. And also to all of those other folks that killed it, there was a bunch of you. And so we are seeing the including go through the roof. And we are seeing lots of new orders, lots of new auto ships. Speaking of those auto ships, of course, at this company, we call them wise ships. Folks, I've never seen this before, where there is more wise ships, more auto ships than actual orders. So there is so much high belief, there is so much high demand. And it really shows us number-wise that we're building a very solid company, because your customers are reordering and reordering and reordering, and it's because you've made this a very attractive place to do business. Our customer care team, they are off the chain. We're so proud of each and every one of them. They're better than Nordstrom's. They love our people. The customer is always right. And if you're happy with Mike and Melinda and May, give us some thumbs up, because, man, they wish I had a hat on. I'd take it off for them. The care that they give our people is just extraordinary. I do believe we have the best customer service in the world. I've never seen it better. And you know what's really cool? You drive by there on the weekends, sometimes you see each and every one of their cars. And I've stopped in there sometimes and I'm like, what are you doing here? It's Sunday at 3 o'clock. And Mike will be like, oh, I love coming up here, make sure I can answer some emails and see what's going on. And I'm just going, man, their hearts are in this because they're into you and they get the cause. And so anyway, but tonight I've got 7 tips I want to share with you. These are tips that will help you to be successful in your business. These are business building tips. Now, they're also tips that will help you in all areas of life, but really specifically tonight, I want to talk to you and get inside of your head and inside of your heart and help you to get a breakthrough so that you've got that diamond mentality, that business leader mentality. And so anyway, grab your notebooks, grab a paper and a pen, and be prepared for 7 formal tips. And then you'll probably jot down some other notes by things that I'm going to be sharing tonight. But your tip number 1 is mind over matter. Tip number 1 is mind over matter. In other ways, I want to say it like this. What you think about, you bring about. If you say, oh, nobody really wants to join me in business, you know, I'm not really making very much money, so what do I really have to offer them? And you mentally are focused on present tense. You need to allow yourself mentally to see yourself for who you truly are. First off, you have a big heart. So many of you love the Lord. So many of you would take the shirt off of your back for your person. So many of you would do anything for anybody at any time. I've never seen so many servant, humble, loving, prayed up leaders. So when you think about yourself, you better not evaluate yourself by how much you have made or how much you are making. You are a blessing. And in your mind, you need to be thinking, you know what? Who's going to bless a team more than me? Who's going to be more available than me? Who will help them more than me? Lord, don't let me get in my own way. Don't let me self-sabotage mentally my road and my journey. Each and every day, your mind should be thinking, you know what? I'm a great sponsorer. I'm a great enroller of these people. I'm a great caregiver. The world needs people like me. So mentally, don't let yourself get stuck. You've got to let yourself transcend, not be stuck. Okay? Your mindset is almost like a magnet. It attracts what you think about all of the time. I'm not being new agey. I am just telling you the truth, that when you think about things, what you're thinking about develops, okay? It's what happens. So if you're thinking, no one wants to be in business with me, none of my friends think this is an industry of their choice, and you're continually thinking about the opposite, what you need to be thinking about is that, you know what? I've never had an opportunity like this before. This is my time. I may have needed to go through those things because it's part of my story. I have people all the time say, well, I'm an introvert. You know what? Watch what you think about yourself and watch what you say about yourself. We're going to talk about what you speak about here in a second. Don't limit yourself to any cage, self-imposed cage that you've given yourself about yourself. You get to be whoever you want to be every minute of every day. You choose your parameters. You choose to be positive or you choose to be negative. You choose to be giving or you choose to be selfish. You choose to be a leader or you choose not to be a leader. Every moment of every day, you put labels on yourself. Make sure that you're thinking highly about yourself and what you can do for other people. You know what, folks? I've never in 36 years of being in this industry seen people that I would more like to be sponsored with than all of you. You know what, folks? Each and every one of you can sponsor anybody you want. If they're looking and they're supposed to be yours, they're a yes. If God knows that if you have them, they would be a detriment to your life or to your business, then they don't get in. You have to realize that not every no is a punishment. That no is sometimes protection. Okay? Don't beat yourself up mentally. Okay? So many times those no's, how many of you would have been married about 30 times before you actually got married? Oh, I think this is the one. You're in the 3rd grade and you go, oh my gosh, she's so cute. I think this is going to be my wife someday. Or you're in the 9th grade and there's the next girlfriend and you go, oh, this is the one that's supposed to last forever. But then you found one in the sophomore year and you said, oh, she's the one. And then your junior year, you went, oh, no, it was none of them. It's this one. This is the one I'm probably going to marry. Then there was that one in college. And then there was that girl you dated after you graduated. Listen, folks. Sometimes no's are to protect you. And you can't get impatient or you will thrust yourself into the wrong situation, okay? Anyway, tip number 2. Positive confession must prevail. When you are at the crossroads of speaking life or speaking death, speaking belief or speaking doubt, you are sealing your situation. Your confession is what you are putting out there into the whole world about subject matter. Is your mouth trained or wild? In other words, can you bridle your own mouth? Can you have your mouth only say things that are beautiful and wonderful? Can you have your mouth be just filled with truths? So many times our truths are not accurate, but they're our truth. Everybody needs to make sure that their truths are actually accurate. When you say something, be careful what you say. Oh, they're probably not looking. Should have never said that. Listen to me, folks. Positive confession is essential to the elevation of your life, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially. You're speaking things into existence on a regular basis. In fact, all day long, you're thinking and speaking, thinking and speaking, thinking and speaking. Number 3 is accountability. You want to succeed? You want to win? You want to crush life? Specifically, do you want to build an enormous organization and be a funder and a blesser? Do you want to be that person that builds a legacy for potentially your children's children? That residual, willable income. In fact, you need to make sure that your confession is saying, I'm building a humble empire. I'm building wealth that I'll be able to direct into everything that matters to me. Oof. But anyway, I want to give an example. Do you know that the average person will get up way too early, drive way too far, do it from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, from about the age of 18 to about the age of 62. And they will do that decade after decade after decade, with a smile on their face, goodness in their heart, totally accountable to that company. In fact, I want all of you to be accountable to your company. I want all of you to take your job seriously. I want all of you to crush it in your careers, jobs, and traditional businesses. I do, don't misunderstand me. But my question to you is, that's a tall order. It's a tall order to trade 8 hours a day of your life, 1/3 of your life, every single day, into your job, career, profession, or traditional business. Well, we do that because we're accountable to what it is that they request. They say, would you be interested in working 9 to 5 or 8 to 4? Or take a salary position? Maybe it's 8 to 5 or 6. Maybe it's more than 8 hours. But you are an accountable person. You are a person that shines and you crush it. And you've probably got years of experience of being highly accountable. But then, if I may be honest, we are in the locker room. I have watched for decades as people are accountable to the predictable, but they're not accountable to their own journey of their own business. They're not accountable to the journey because it's not that predictable. See, it's predictable that if you work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, on Friday you're going to get a check. In this, we ask you to be accountable to 222 when you are building your business. I want you to know something. When all of the stars line up in your company, you're going to be so happy to hear this. You do not have to be a prolific recruiter. We call them includers, but you know what I'm talking about. When you have high costs, low culture, potentially greedy owner-operators, then what happens is as people realize that a few months in, they go, my gosh, these prices are too high. They want me to buy this big pack, and they want me to spend $200-300 a month, or I'm not active, and they want me to jump through all of these hoops. This is very complicated, and what's up with these points? And I got to spend $225 to get 100 points, and then I get a percentage of the points, not the dollars. And what happens is people go, okay, this is the scam. This is why people say don't do this. What happens is that none of that is applicable to this. So listen to me. You don't have to be accountable to 222 forevermore because you're continually going to have to rebuild your business. When the loving is tight, when the family is close, you don't have to be accountable to 222 forevermore, continually, every, 4 times a year having to rebuild your business. And they say, the day you stop recruiting is the day you stop earning. And I don't want to do that. Honestly, I want to get it going and just be everybody's buddies. And I don't want to have to recruit anybody into anything. I simply want to look for people that I want to bless, go on cruises with, help to get a better night's sleep, help to have better focus, people that I know aren't being nourished to get great nutrition. I don't want any forced factors. I just want to build a business that is truly built on enjoyment. I want to, you know what? You never hear about enjoyment in network marketing. They always ask you this big, tall order to go do a bunch of things you really don't want to do. I have good news for you. When you build this business, you just get to enjoy it. And you get to have fun with it. And you can have mailbox money if you build it right. But the catch is that probably for 2 to 5 years, you need some form of a strategy. A strategy is going to be having 2 conversations a day and being accountable to having. If you're accountable to working 8 hours a day, could you please be accountable to 2 3-minute conversations? Please, please, for your sake. Listen to me. When you have 2 conversations about what it is that those people need and you have solutions, everybody put in the comments, solutions. I got the solution for a good night's sleep. I got the solution for low income. I got the solution when you don't have a good retirement plan. I have the solution to help pay into your ever expensive automobile expenses. I have a solution down the road to help pay into your retirement that maybe you've never funded whatsoever. because you're an entrepreneur, you work for a company that doesn't even offer it, and so there's no way for you to even do it. And if you work the normal company, you're spending every bit that they pay you, so there is no money. But in life-wise, as you start to serve a group of people, we honor you by kicking in towards your auto expenses, kicking in towards your healthcare expenses, kicking in towards your retirement plan. We want that for you. But you have to take your eyes off yourself and be accountable to search and rescue. Everybody put into the comments, search and rescue. I need for you to be out there every day listening to what's going on around you. Dang, gas is expensive. I need you to use your eyes to see what's going on out there around you. Things are a little bit crazy. When things get a little bit crazy, people want to be safe. This is a way for people to be safe, to have a team of people in your corner. Have you noticed that when some of the LifeWise family members need prayer, a bunch of you jump in there and start praying? When Mark had an operation, he had hundreds of people praying for him. You know, this is the kind of family that you want, you know? So anyway, you got to be accountable to the 2 follow-ups. That's the awkward part. I'm going to talk about that in a few more minutes. You want everybody just to jump in. What you're doing is, what you're saying is, I'm too scared to follow up because I think the answer is no. I wish they'd just call me. You know, there's 100 things you do at work that you hate to do, but you do it because you know you have to. You know, as you build your own business, you're your own boss. You don't have to do anything, but there's things that will serve you well. There are habits that will serve you well. Everybody put in the comments, there are habits that will serve me well. There are habits that will serve me well. Having 2 follow-up calls a day. What did you like best about that call last night? What did you like best? You know what? I sent out over 100 when we showed the plan with Greg. Greg did such a great job, and I love doing that meeting with him. I literally sent that out to all my friends, people that I thought maybe missed it, people that could forward it and have it go on to some of their friends and prospects. You know what? Did you do that? Did you go into Messenger? Did you grab it? Did you send it to your people? Are you planting seeds? Do you know that you got to be accountable? You're like a farmer. What farmer says to the earth, I gave you no seed, but I want a harvest. I gave you no seed, but I want a harvest. What is the 222? 2 conversations a day? Seed. Follow-up is more seed. And then there's samples, more seed. I want you to experience a good night's sleep. I want you to feel what it feels like to be nourished. I know the days when I got out the door and forgot the one. I don't have as much horsepower. I don't have as much stamina. I know that when I take clarity, I can drive like the Dickens. Man, I love me some clarity when I'm driving. I'm invincible, especially when I've taken my 1 in the morning. I'm nourished. I'm whole. I'm solid. But anyway, my question to you is are you farming? Are you accountable to farming? Do you see yourself as a farmer? Do you see those 2 conversations a day as farming? Do you see? It's like breaking the soil. And then you do your follow-up, and it's like depositing your seed. And then you share your sample, and it's like watering the seed. We are all farmers. You got to be accountable to that. The good news is you're not going to have to do that forever. You need to do that until you get you some folks that want this more than you do. You know what I love about my team? Is that there are people that want this like their next breath of oxygen. Why? Is it just those products? Not necessarily. It's the fact that they want to be funders. When you attract people with the big heart, they can't wait to have more than they need because they can't wait to be in the blessing business. But if you're not accountable to your 222, if you're not accountable to that farming, if you don't go on your faith walk, if you don't speak well to yourself and to others, if you don't get it together in your mind, then it slows down your journey. It gives you a small bag of seed. And sometimes it can be rotten seed because you're ruining that seed with doubt and with fear and anxiety and things that are not of God and not for you. They're not of God and they're not for you. Number 4, your personal touch. Listen to me. Personal touch is more important than all of it. How are you approaching people? You got a lot of arrows in your quiver, but there's nothing more important. I'm going to put these in the order of importance under tip number 4, personal touch. Another word for personal touch would be authentic relationship. Number 1 of tip number 4 is this: face to face, belly to belly. You want to invite someone to join you? Nothing beats face to face. They need to be able to look into your eyes and see eye of the tiger. They need to see sold out. You know, when I contact somebody about building this with me, I have to do it face to face, or if they don't live near to me, I have to pick up the phone because I can't do justice. Now I can be dripping. Don't get me wrong, I can be dripping. I can be leaving evidence out there of what I'm a part of. I definitely would be convicted of being in LifeWise by my posts, by my samples, and by what I do and how I speak. But listen, personal touch, face to face is number 1. Number 2, if they're not close, pick up the phone. Hey, Tim, brother, I found something amazing and it made me think of you. By the way, that's my favorite authentic script. I found something amazing, Charles, and it made me think of you. Pick up the phone. Everybody put into the comments, pick up the phone. Quit only using one of the arrows in your quiver. A need for you to reach out. Reach out and touch somebody. Number 3. So you know number 1, face-to-face is the most potent for building your team. Picking up the phone is number 2. A text is number 3. For my introvert friends, there's a bunch of you. You know? There's a bunch of you. Listen, I found something amazing. We got to talk. Send it in a text. I got to talk to you about something very important. What's up? They text you back. What's up? Man, I'm sending you a video. This company called LifeWise has got my full attention. I want you to watch this. And then you send them simply, there's 112 videos. Find the one that you think would be best for them. Are you familiar? Are you plugged in? Are you by the fire? Do you know what's going on? Cracks me up when somebody calls me up and takes the time to ask me a question. I'm like, God, we just covered it last week. Guess you didn't get I guess you just don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try to be nice. Number 4, an email. Hey, reaching out to you, emailing some of my buddies. We got to catch up, but I'm going to try to use the email to get them to talk to me. I'm going to try to use the email to maybe invite them to my potluck. But that's number 4. Email's number 4. Number 5 is Facebook. Facebook is more than likely not going to recruit or include or make someone want to join you. It's a great way to leave breadcrumbs. It's a great way to throw seeds. But if it's not followed up with a phone call or I'm stopping by after work, you know, if you don't take it to the next level, don't be mad when you get stuck. I see people and what they want to do is they want to bypass the belly to belly. They want to bypass picking up the phone. They want to bypass the text. They want to put a post and they want all the diamonds on planet Earth to show up in their business. I know that's none of you, but you want to know something very interesting? There are 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds in this company. And every single one of those diamonds reached out and called and visited with their people. And yes, because of long-term seed, because of long-term relationship, because of long-term acquaintance, some of those people came when they got the seed from Facebook, but so much of it came over the phone and belly to belly. So just know that the people that you are are in business with, the people that are wanting you to also go diamond. I'm giving you the order. Face-to-face, pick up the phone, text, email, and then Facebook. Tip number 5. The fortune, I got to go back to this and make a big deal out of this. The fortune in your business is in the follow-up. A strong follow-up is important. Do not get weak at the follow-up. You got it out there. You got them to watch a video. You had a conversation. You got them on the phone with your upline. Something took place and you got to follow up. Do not let the potential disappointment of a no keep you from now being strong in your follow-up. What do I like to say? Can you think of any reason in the world, Amanda, why we wouldn't do this together? Can you think of any reason in the world, Mike Bell, why we wouldn't do this together? So oftentimes people will say, well, I'm not you. I don't think that I can do that. I go, fantastic. God sent me. So now it's you plus me. Do you think the two of us could do this? Oh, but it's God plus you plus me plus a system. God plus you plus me plus an entire team of people that are all rooting for you in LifeWise. We have stacked the deck so that it is certainly not about you. But are you leaning into the potential of a team? Could you use a little help in the 5th inning, the 6th inning, or depending on how old you are, the 8th or the 9th inning? Obviously, God's got you looking at this because you're still breathing and He still has plans. It's about time the team showed up. Do you want a team? Don't have me-itis, inflammation of the eye. Don't let this be about whether you can or you can't. Do you want to roll out the LifeWise team? Do you want to bring in the new pitcher, Dr. Christopher Clem? Do you want to bring in your PhD formulator? Do you want to bring in your incredible master partners? Do you want to bring in your loving upline? Do you want a team? The fortune is in the follow-up. Tip number 6, deal with rejection like a boss. And I don't mean your work boss. Deal with rejection like a boss. I did my job. I shared the plan. I sent the samples. I followed up. I gave them the opportunity. I did everything in my power. I prayed. I worked. I wanted it. My confession was right. I have nothing to feel bad about. I did what most will never do. I faithed it up and swung the bat. Tip number 6, deal with rejection like a boss. Every day you get a no, it shouldn't be, dang, I got another no or two. It should be every day, I'm so proud. 222, I did it today. 222, I did it tomorrow. I did 222 all week. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I finally get it. It's in the numbers. I got to just put in the numbers to get enough yeses to build my power of 4 and then help my people to get their 4, who get their 4, who get their 4. And this thing ends up getting humongous with people all over the globe. And you're earning commissions on all of these levels and leaving these commissions to all of your loved ones. Never had a better offer in my life. Number 7, work like it's every bit up to you, but let God run the results department. Work like it's 100% up to you. I'm pitching, I'm catching, I'm playing left field, I'm playing right field. Man, I'm asking people about their dreams. I'm sharing samples. I'm working like it is 100% up to me. But I'm submitting to this. God runs the results department. That's His department. I present, I share, I pray, I plan, I work, I'm diligent, I'm committed, my confession is strong, my mentality is getting better every day. But God protects me. God knows who I need to be in business with, and I'm okay with it. And I'm also okay with all the people that said no. May God bless them in every way of their life. I will not have an ounce of contention. I'm getting mine. My dream's coming true. God wouldn't tease me with something this good after all the things I've been through to get me to this point. It is indeed my time to win, to bless. This is all about what I'm going to do when I'm a funder for my favorite people, for my favorite organizations, for my church. You get to pick. Just imagine having everything you ever wanted showing up, and because of your wisdom, you're able to pour it and delegate it and use it to bless. Buy them braces. Pay for that chiropractic treatment for that person in the family that doesn't have chiropractic care. Pay for them braces, like I said, that are $8, $9, $10, $11,000. Be able to send the parents away on a cruise. Be able to send your kid to training or school or whatever it is. Church is trying to raise some money, having a 1,400 bake sales, and you're able to go, what's this for? Well, we're trying to get a bus. Go buy the bus. Folks, stay focused. Stay focused on what matters mentally, what's right. If it's right, be like a bulldog on a bone. Don't let go. Anyway, folks, it's that time. Thank you so much for spending time with me in the locker room. Coach Alwin out. Love you guys. God bless you guys. We'll see you at the regionals, and get busy. You know what to do now. Bye, y'all.